All right, I am recording today in here. All right. If you are one of those people who likes to space out their work correctly, then you need to know that we're going to be doing 4 examples on this graph paper. I want you to use the blue one for your notes because the back side is blank. And the red stuff, look up. The red stuff, your homework, is going to be 8 graphs, and the red one has 8 graphs on it. So each one of you gets one of those. Jaden, we're taking notes. Scissors are cool, though. You're right. Okay. So we're going to be graphing inequalities today. Can somebody raise their hand and tell me, how would you graph this if this was an equals to? How would you graph this with just a straight line? Where would you start? You took a test on this last chapter. If it was y equals 3/2 x minus 4, where would you start? Nate? The y-intercept, which is which one? The -4. All right, so everybody go down -4, put a big dot. And then what, Nate?
And then you rise up or run, so you go
Up 3 over 2, put a dot. Up 3 over 2, put a dot. Up 3 over 2, put a dot. And then draw in your line. You can go get a ruler if you really want one. And if you do not care if those lines are straight, then just draw it in. But this is different than y equals 3/2 x minus 4. What's different about it? It's not equal. It's greater than or equal. Does anybody know how to adjust the graph for greater than or equal to? How do we show? We're basically saying anything greater than that line is acceptable. Now, so which means we're going to end up shading on one side of the line or the other. Most teachers, which I don't really understand, but I'm my own person, right? Most teachers choose to test a point. So what they do is they'll be like, okay, 0, 0. If I put in 0 here, it'd 0 that out, and I get -4 over here. And this side would be 0, because it'd be 0, 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to -4. That's true. And they decide whether it's true or false based on testing a point. And I think I have a much simpler way to do it, which I prefer. So let's do it this way. Greater than is going up. Does everybody understand that? Yes. Greater than is going up. Less than is going down. Everybody okay with that? So if you go to this line and we start drawing vertical lines off it, and they do have to be vertical, not slant. You see how this line is slanted? We're not going to do slanted. We're going to do a straight up line. So it goes up from that line, right? That's the way you're shading. You're shading up there. So you're going to shade above that line. Now here's the challenge. Please do not think that above always means on the left. Because if the line was slanted the other way, then it'd be shaded on the other side. All right, so let's flip over our graphs. And on the back side, you are going to write, need that up a little longer? On the back side, here's what I want you to write. You're going to write if it's greater than or greater than or equal to, so greater than or greater than or equal to, you shade above the line. As in, if you draw arrows straight up, that's the way you shade. They have to be vertical arrows. If it is less than or equal to, so less than or equal to, you shade below the line. Like drawing vertical arrows going down. The only thing we have left to talk about, I'll let everybody finish writing. The only thing we have left to talk about, pay attention to me now, is that you remember how when we put stuff on a number line, if it was equals to, we'd make it a closed circle, and that implies that that number is included, right? We need a way to show on our line that one of them is included and one of them isn't. So here's how we're going to do that. If it's a less than or a greater than, that's going to be a dotted line. Like that. And if it's less than or equal to or greater than equal to, that's a solid line. Like that. Okay. All right, so on the other side, this one is going to be worth a prize for you and your partner. Example 2. Y is less than negative 2x plus 3. A few things that I want you to think about. Number 1. Look at me, everybody. Look at me. Look at my beautiful face. Is this a dotted line or a solid line? It's going to be a dotted because it doesn't have an equals to. That's how you know it's going to be dotted. Okay, next question. We know what the y-intercept is, right? And we know what the slope is. But that slope doesn't look like a fraction. All right, I'm going to make it negative 2 over 1. That'll make it a little easier. And then also think, are you going to be shading above or below that line? Below the line. All right, talk to your partner. Go.
So,